Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Non-Native Leader, my video podcast series where we explore stories of leaders worldwide who were not born in an English-speaking country, but today they are working in an international environment, either from their place or from a new country. And if you follow the series, you've seen we've spoken to people in fintech, the arts, politics, IT, tech, a broad spectrum of different leaders. Today I'm especially happy to have here with me Mario Crea, who's a fellow Italian, but obviously doesn't live in Italy. Mario, I'm not going to spoil as usual, and I would like for you to introduce yourself, please.
Thank you, Daniele. Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Mario. Very nice to be in this podcast. I've been following it since very beginning, right? So it's been a while. I was born in Cosenza, Italy. It's a small town in the south. And my first experience with English was when I was 13, when my mom asked me, "Do you speak in English?" I was like, "Nope." All right. Pack your stuff. You're going to the University of Essex for a summer program. I was like, awesome. Yes, please. Right.
Shock
so I
therapy.
go there. Oh, I loved it. I just loved it because it was it was an enclosed environment, so you couldn't really go out on your own. It was very safe, lovely weather. Everything was new, right? Because I traveled around Europe with my family, but again, one thing is when you travel with mom and dad. Another thing is when they send you out with a couple of professors and the whole group. I was by far the youngest. All the others were in their like early 20s. And so I spent 3 weeks there. We had morning classes and then sports activities, whatever. So my English went from 0 to 3 in 3 weeks. Because again, I always say that the younger you are, the faster you should get into learning languages. Because I'm 46,
absolutely,
dude. Like I cannot get like 5 new words a year now. So
I know the feeling.
Yeah, and so I loved it. Then a couple of years later, so I was second year in high school. The same group was arranging another trip to the same place. It was in Colchester, England, lovely place. And at the time, I had a couple of high school friends with me. So my mom said, "Would you like to go again?" Yes, please.
Of course.
Yes.
I would love to go.
So English went from 3 to 4. And I think it was enough to be very good very good during my high school tenure, just because the level was so low. For people of my age, born and raised in Italy, when you study English, you don't study English. You study English literature in Italian.
Yeah.
So you don't get to know, even to say, I don't know, "Hello, my name is," or "What time is it?" You don't know how to say
You
that.
never speak. No, it's crazy, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
No, it was the worst method, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's the point of learning "Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright" if you don't know what it means? and so yeah, so English stayed at the level until I was 26. So I graduated college at 24. Then I spent a couple of years doing an internship in family business. And then I was like, let me go to Japan, because I had a plan. I had a very stupid plan. But the plan was go to Japan, learn the basics, like the very early rudiments of the language over a 1-year program in a accredited school, go back to Italy and get a job in restoration, Horeca, whatever, in Rome, Florence, those artistic cities. Things, of course, didn't work out the way I planned. Thank God, my plan was horrible, and then I found myself in an English-speaking environment, because among foreigners, most of us at the time didn't speak any Japanese, and so you get away with English.
It's a different story, obviously, when you have to face such a different language, you know. So yeah.
Because even imagine that you are in a guest house with 40 people. half of them were native speakers, native English speakers, Australians or North Americans. And then it's you and your Italian friend who speak, I mean, like, I don't want to say irrelevant English, but English that doesn't get you a job. Okay.
Sure.
And by the way, apologies. My daughter is downstairs and she's watching Bluey, so she's very
Bluey.
passionate about it. So she's
we all love it, don't we?
yeah, it's great. And so that was the big shock that I had. You know, my welcome to the real life moment, and so I started developing it. I didn't really study any grammar by then. But when you have no choice then speak English, or you don't have friends, you can hang out with the Swedish people, with Germans, with of course the Australians and the others, then you start growing, start getting better. And again, I was 26, so throw me in the same environment now, I will probably be, I don't know, my level, I don't think I would get anywhere near where I wanted to be at the time. And then I got my first job. It was by the time my Japanese was better than my English, and then I got a job in an international environment. So let's say in company dealings were in English, outside dealings were in Japanese. And again, languages grew so well, so quickly. Because again, it's like if you are not good at this, you're gonna be looking for yet another waiter job, right?
Well, especially working in a different language is a completely different story, right?
Yeah. Because for example, I started waiting tables in Japanese, right, in a Mexican restaurant.
What a mix!
It's of course. Yeah, so of course you don't speak any English even then, right? So this is actually when I started speaking Spanish, and they were teaching me all the bad words, and I was very keen in learning all of them. And so the mix then was working Spanish with your colleagues. Of course, it was like highly elementary, my level, and then speak Japanese to the customers. But again, that was an easy job, right? So after waiting tables for a couple of months, I was like, no, let me try to find something that doesn't hurt my feet so much. That's why I have the utmost respect for everybody in the service industry. And so I got my job. It was terrible. It was a bad company, bad everything, but they trained me so hard. They trained me so well in the sense that you either perform or you're out. And my boss was American. And at the time I was living with an American guy. And so you get better quickly. Right, because then this guy's girlfriend moved in with us, and she's Japanese, but she grew up in the States, so her English was excellent. And then I started dating my wife at the time, but with my wife we were speaking Italian, so I would start mixing and matching languages. And it's just practice. It's just practice.
Great feeling, though.
Believe me. Oh yeah. This, I mean, I've been doing this for a while now, so I can do it. And I always say the same, there is no talent in learning any language. There are just two things I would always recommend. Number one, don't be shy. If you're shy...
cheeky face.
Yes, yeah. If you're shy, you stick with what you know. You hang out with people you know, so you don't try the languages. And number two, every time you meet somebody who speaks a language better than you do, just use it. If they switch to another language, which happens, for example, when I was practicing French, right? French people switch immediately to whatever language they think they can communicate better with you because you are unworthy to speak French to them, right? And I was like, please, guys, please keep on speaking French to me.
Stick to French, please. Yes, I want to learn.
Yes. Yeah. And so I practiced so much that, they were both getting better. So Japanese got to high business level. English started getting much better because I was always speaking also at home. Because again, I was sharing this apartment with this American Japanese guy, and because I was living in this guest house, it was a mess. and then he introduced me to an open position in his company, so I got the job, and he was like, oh yeah, let's move to a proper apartment, which was a stupid idea. I should have stayed in a guest house, much cheaper. Also, I don't go out much, so why would I need more space, or I don't need space to bring in friends, right?
You were just happy with a guest house, but
yeah. And but then again, I started watching movies in English. I started reading in English. You have to cut this part. You have to promise that you're going to cut the part in which I said
sure, I'm going to cut it. Yeah.
Yeah, the very first book in English, the very first English book I read in my whole life was Twilight, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to cut this, Mario.
Yeah, of course you will. Yeah.
Trust me, I will.
But then,
sure I will,
sure.
As you say in Ireland. Sure I will.
Sure. But then I started reading a lot in English. So my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, she was about to move to Italy to continue her education, and we're going to be separated for at least like a couple of months. And so I was like, let me get the entire Harry Potter saga. So I got all the paperback, and so I read all of them. Like, it was a breeze because it's so engaging. Then I started reading more and more in English. I started watching movies in English. I removed the subtitles at one point, and then I would say the big jump was when I started studying in English for the MBA. That was a big jump, because now you have to study business English, you have to learn business English, you have to communicate in business English. That was a great training. Especially because you don't want to be the person who speaks it the worst in the classroom.
Yeah, you start feeling it, right? The pressure.
Yeah. Like, no. Then there was Cyril, one of my good friends. He's a French guy. I was like, oh, there is a French guy. Nah, I'm safe now. I can't be the worst. I can be second worst, not the worst. Yeah, but I like to pick on French people, but I because I love French, so I feel entitled. I can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure we can all do it back and forth. Yeah, it's good fun.
So yeah. Daniele, just practice, if you ask me. Then, of course, now I've been I've been working English speaking environment for, I don't know, 12, 15 years, right? I work in an international company right now. And the thing is, you never know. You always think you are good until you get better. And because sometimes, I have an issue right now that there are no native English speakers in my company. So, I mean, there is one, but he's a friend of mine.
Yeah, because just to clarify, because you are not in an English-speaking country right now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say that. Yes, I'm still in Japan.
You're in Japan, exactly.
Yeah,
because, international environment, English-speaking environment, but not in an English-speaking country. So this is... Yes. I don't know, it's peculiar, I think. It's an interesting perspective, because obviously you're exposed to the English that you use at work, but outside you can't really get away with English. So it's double challenge, if you ask me, which is, the more the better.
Yes.
But yeah, at the same time, it is challenging though, yeah.
It is challenging, but you get used to it quickly. Especially because I studied Japanese. That's actually the only language I really studied. Because French I studied for very little, but when I moved to Japan, immediately, of course, my Japanese was comprised of two words, which were train and river, which you can really use together.
You can't do much with them, can you?
I still remember because there is entry interview, because they need to see your level to place you in the right class. They were saying things like, and then
whatever.
Then they pointed at river. I was like, oh yeah, this is river. The professor was very impressed, and she pointed at any other Japanese character. I have no idea. Also, because for the people who don't know, river in Japanese are 3 lines. One is a bit like kama, and then the other 2 are straight lines. So it's not a hard one.
Okay, you picked the easiest word to remember.
Yeah. And so when I moved to Japan, I moved to Japan with one of my oldest friends who's still here, and so we got into the classroom. They were all Chinese, one Peruvian Japanese, and a French guy who was sitting next to me. And there was a great combination because the French guy couldn't speak any English. My English at the time was, again, 4, right? And I couldn't speak any Japanese. My French was like 2, right? And so he was talking to me like I was coming from Paris. And so he was the only person I could talk to. So I got it like to a very low level. But still
so you ended up learning French instead of Japanese.
Yeah. At the beginning, yes. At the beginning, yes. Yeah, because the method was, I think it is a very good method to teach any language. They teach you in Japanese. Not even a word in any other language. They weren't even writing in alphabet, right? Because of course Japanese language doesn't have alphabet. And so there was, believe me, for the first 3-4 months, I couldn't even say a single phrase. Then it starts clicking.
Talking about shock therapy again, huh?
Yes. Yeah, but it was easy because I thought that would have been the last chance for me to live like a student life. Because I was 26, it's not that I was 20. And so I started feeling the pressure. Okay, after this, you gotta get a job. Which I did. It was a terrible job, but again, it was,
it got you started.
Yes, you gotta start from somewhere. And so, I've been living in Japan for a while now, total of 12-ish years. So Japan, nobody speaks English. Some people think they do, but they don't. And so it would be unwise to try to live in Japan without speaking the language. Again, I studied, so I got better just because I was in a great program. But there are people who try to get away with English in Tokyo, and I think it's I don't want to be offensive, but I'd say it's not the best choice. Number one, you cannot talk to anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And then I don't think it's a wise choice anywhere. There are countries where you can get away with English for sure, but at the same time, if you want to live in another country, you might as well try to learn the language of that country.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's my view. That's my take, of course. But
I mean, I'm gonna be hypocritical because I spent 2 years in the Netherlands. I learned two words. They weren't river and train this time. But number one, I knew I would not live there forever. Number two, the Dutch are pretty good, not fluent. People say, in the Nordic countries, everybody's no. Do they speak it? Yes. Why they speak it? Well, because it's pretty much, I don't want to say the same language, not like Norwegian and Swedish, but it's very close. And also their methods must be better than ours. Because again, if in Italy they keep on teaching English in Italian, just going through some old sonnet, you're not giving anybody a chance in the real world.
I think it's just a different target, different objectives. So
yes,
the school prepares you to become an intellectual around the language, but then real life asks you to actually demands that you speak, that you interact, and that you influence. And so we are talking about two completely different objectives there.
Yes.
That's what I've noticed, at least, and that is reflects obviously on people who, the paradox I call it, people who study for 7, 8, 10 years, and then the first time they go to an international meeting they just panic, and it's that's the reality. People are there and say, no, not me. Don't ask me. I don't know.
This. Exactly. That's why I don't really care. So I just, every time I have a chance to speak, I do. It's terrifying. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, I can step on a stage and no, it's terrifying. But then if you don't do it, you don't get better, right? So when, for example, when there was the graduation ceremony for the MBA, the committee said, "Who wants to speak on behalf of the class?" I'm like, me.
And then you regret it instantly regret it.
Yeah, so like up until 5 seconds before jumping on stage, I was, ugh. Then I did it, right? It went well. I'm happy I did it, because it sort of pushed me in that direction. Because I had this conversation, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and with a friend. I said, "Who's your favorite fictional character of all time?" I was like, "Bilbo Baggins." I was like, "Why?"
By far.
Because he was because he was staying at home, fully comfortable in his shoes, happy, relaxed, until Gandalf arrived. Boom, just gave him a little push, a little shove off the front door, and then boom, here he goes, right? So that's the way I approach languages in general, but also business skills. So for example, when there is, I don't know, a presentation about a new solution, I'm always me.
You
of course, again,
I mean,
it's the regret.
Yeah, but we all need that kind of Gandalf moment, don't we?
Yes.
When we realize,
yes,
look, that's a push to put yourself out there and to make the most of it. Now, I love this. I love this example, of course, because I love the Lord of the Rings. I love the Hobbit, and I love Bilbo.
You're a good man.
Gandalf. Yeah. Like my son is into this now because of me. I hope.
I'm waiting a little more because my daughter is 6. She needs a little longer just to get into the Hobbit, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah. Well, I tell him like a simplified version. My son is 4, so I tell him a simplified version of the Lord of the Rings, but and the Hobbit, of course. But yeah, one thing I want to communicate, to share, is this Gandalf moment. So just get out there and live your adventure in a way, which is precious.
Yes. And again, like precious.
Yeah.
Unintended. So the thing is, also with language is the same, right? So you need the moment in which you try, right? And also I keep the languages I speak alive in a way, because again, every time I find somebody who's better than me at that. I mean, English now it's a given because I have to use it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Japanese, it's a given because I have to use it anyway. But for example, there's one Spanish person in a company, and I lived in Spain for 2 years. The problem is that I was working in English or Italian, because I was working in an English-speaking environment, and my clients were all Italians.
Yeah.
If you live in Barcelona, I don't know if you ever been there for an extended period of time. They don't really speak Spanish to you, speak Catalan, which is adjacent. So it's not a difficult language, but it's different. But I had this workmate from El Salvador. And I was always speaking Spanish to him. I was like,
of course,
please, Jordi.
Let me practice.
He's from El Salvador with the most Catalan name of all time. It's Jordi Pujol. There is nothing more Catalan than that. No. Great guy.
American,
and so he was always speaking his version of Spanish to me. That's the one I absorbed. So again, there is one Japanese Spanish guy in the company. I always speak Spanish to him. I was very honest with him. I said, "Hey man, I haven't spoken Spanish for, I don't know, left Barcelona in 2016. I said, please.
I want to use it. Let me use it."
Yes. And again, the first few weeks, because luckily we work in the same department, but for the first few weeks I was struggling because I had to get it back. But once you get it back, if you practice enough, then it stays with you. French, I don't want to say it's gone, but it's disappearing because I have nobody to practice with.
But that's the bottom line, if you don't use a language, like even if you get proficient, if you stop using it, then you kind of lose it, which is it's a pity, because
it's a pity.
It doesn't take that much, and it doesn't take that much to keep it alive in a way. But at the same time, if you don't have opportunities but you lose it. This is something that, I say it very often because people tell me, look, I don't live in an English-speaking country, so I'd love to keep my English alive, but how can I do it?
find somebody who speaks it better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
we
it's not
have,
just listening. Please, sorry.
no, I mean, we have opportunity these days. Like we have communities online. We have, and one thing you can always speak and record yourself to keep the habit of speaking the language. It is challenging, but it is at the same time it's one good way to keep a language alive. I don't know if it's the same with you, but that's what I usually
yes
recommend.
and no. Yes, and I don't record myself often, but I did it because I'm in a gaming group. I'm a nerd, right? I spoke already about.
By now we all know.
You're seeing that, right? So
come on, Bilbo and Star Wars and gaming. Come on, we all know at this stage. Robocop.
And so I'm in this gaming group, and we often play in an English school owned by an Australian guy and an English guy, and so we were chatting one day with one of the two professors, and he told me, your English it can't get better than this, but what you can work on, because I reached the level in which I'm comfortable doing anything, right? So they said, it can get better, of course, but you will have to move somewhere else. You can't stay here speaking English like 3 times a day with a French guy and hope it can get better. It's not gonna happen. But what they told me was that one of their students, she was really into Hannah Montana. The Miley Cyrus. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember.
It was very old. Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was on MTV, whatever. I was in university or some years later. Anyway, and so it's a Japanese girl. She's like 15, 16, and she's been listening to Miley Cyrus' character speak, and then repeat and record herself, listen and try to fix it. And this professor told me that now she speaks with a very American accent, and that she's never moved there just because she was so driven. Now, can I do that? Yes. Will I do that? No.
Of course.
But one thing I tried, it was a miserable fail, but I tried once to mock the Long Island accent, the Jersey accent, because I was watching The Sopranos for the first time. For people, so for all the non-Italians here, for some reasons, because The Sopranos is a great show, but for some reason in Italy it was sort of like flagged as a mockery. And so when it first came out, they were showing it like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., which is like ridiculous. Such niche. A great show, right?
Super niche.
Yeah. No, probably somebody got pissed, right? Oh, this is just another mafia story, right?
Okay, that could
which
be,
was stupid because it's a great show. And so I started watching the Sopranos. I'm like, ooh, I gotta speak like this. And then my American roommate was like, no, man, like they are born and raised there.
Just stop
with
it.
Second generation parents. So no, right?
Just stop
you
it.
sound different, right? But no. And so that was the first time I failed mocking an accent. Second time I tried only for probably 3 days, but I watched a great movie with Leo DiCaprio, Blood Diamonds.
Sure.
He was speaking with a Rhodesian accent, Zimbabwe now, right?
Yeah.
And
that was impressive. Like, that was impressive. Yeah.
That was impressive. I was like, oh, let me try. Of course, failed again. And then I watched Age of Ultron with one of my favorite actors, Andy Serkis, and he was speaking with the same like Central African accent.
Sure.
And I tried again, obviously failed. Like
it just doesn't work, does it?
No, I was like, nah.
It just doesn't.
Like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this, whatever this is.
Yeah, but at the same time, like what I normally tell people is there is no need to change your accent. Like. One thing is pronunciation, right. One thing is accent, in my opinion. Because like some people get obsessed. Oh no, I want to have like the perfect American accent, whatever that mean, or the perfect British accent. Again, whatever that mean, because there is not only one British accent. But at the same time, it becomes an obsession, and we live in a globalized world, so we need to be clear, and we need to have a clear pronunciation. But we don't need to necessarily copy one accent or another. So
Yeah,
we are
yeah,
happy
yeah.
with our hybrid accent made of
Yeah.
all our experiences, Japan, Spain, France, even like indirectly for
Yes,
you. And
yes.
yeah, same for me, like Italy and Ireland and like all the different accents you get exposed to, but eventually it's you, your personal voice, which
Yep,
is, I
yep.
mean, I think like your examples are great because you tried just for fun, I think, and
Yeah, yeah.
you failed, but that's the reality, and then you become, let's say, happier with your own accent, I suppose, which is again precious. I just love this word today. It's your fault.
Yes.
It's your fault, Mario.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, like, okay, so now today you're in Japan, you've lived
Mhm.
different places, and you've explored different realities. Like recommendations, yeah? So imagine people want to have, I don't know, an international experience, either from the comfort of their home, in their own country,
Mhm.
or they want to travel around and experience and explore. So what would you recommend them?
Well, plan better than I did. But so in my experience, I needed some sort of structure. I know that I will never be a successful entrepreneur. I work for a company, never had my own company. And I don't think I will ever be a successful entrepreneur because I need a structure to work within. Probably, can I work so I can make my own structure? Yes. Again, will I do it? No. But in my case, when I first immigrated, because I immigrated 26-year-old in that I went from Cosenza, Italy to Tokyo. That was a big jump. But I already had the school I had to attend every day of the week. I had a guest house booked already. I had one of my oldest friends with me. So that was the structure I needed. But around the end of my academic year in the Japanese language school, so I was about to get the diploma, I had that moment in which I said, what have I done? Right? I'm living here, but my Japanese is good, but it's not good enough so I can pass an interview in a pure Japanese company.
Sure.
Japan, just like Italy or many other countries, you work in the local language. You cannot really find many companies like mine. Again, I used to work in Japanese companies, which is, I wouldn't wish it to my worst enemy. It's just terrible. Even the Japanese people say, oh, you're working for a Japanese company is a nightmare. Why don't you fix it? You can't rely on me to fix your companies, right?
Do something about it, yeah.
You guys are 110 million. We all foreigners combined at 2 million. Just do something. So I used to work in a pure Japanese environment. Again, it was terrifying. But honestly, even in Tokyo, which is the largest metropolis on the planet, you cannot really find more than a handful of companies where you can get away with English, right? So you need to find a way to be good enough with English so you can communicate in an international environment, but you have to try really hard to master the local language. Otherwise, you will have fewer opportunities to work, fewer opportunities to develop, to meet new people. And so I think that, for example, here in Japan, people are obsessed with English. Nobody speaks it, but
it becomes an obsession.
Oh yeah, but like here it's getting ugly quickly, because now they have this new way of calling all non-Asian looking foreigners English-speaking people. Eigo no hito. They don't even say
ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't even ask me, are you American or British or whatever. They say, are you an English-speaking person? It happened to me in my daughter's nurse. I was like, don't ever say that to anybody.
It's quite ironic, isn't it? Like
yeah. And actually, earlier today, we were talking with my wife and daughter, and my daughter was watching this Bluey episode that was set in Italy, or they were planning to go to Italy. I don't know exactly. And so wrapping up, I would say, plan if you need structure. Go, I don't want to say go commando, but go if you just need to live an experience in order for you to fulfill whatever that you're looking forward to, and yeah, try to practice, learn, and don't feel that your language skills are not good enough. Don't feel that you need to improve them up to a certain level before you actually start looking for jobs, for example, because there are a lot of people who make this mistake. Just go with whatever you have, because believe me, I work in a big company, and a lot of English-speaking positions are taken by people who don't really speak English, and we are okay. Why? Because their technical skills are good, right? And so what they don't have in terms of language or worth of grammar and words and whatever, they do have with a technical skill. So again, if you come from a technical background, you're a software engineer, or you are IT person, whatever it is that you are, if your English is meh, yeah, I think you can still get away with it, and then you can always make it better at work.
I mean, first you try, and you give yourself a chance to try, and you put yourself out there, and then you can. There's nothing wrong in leveling up as you go. I believe.
Yes. So, actually, it's the way to go, if you ask me.
Yeah, this is why
you can get perfect and then leave.
This really resonates, This really resonates, yeah, because I was actually one of those who made that mistake. I said, no, I need to be perfect. I want to have all my certifications in order, and then finally can apply for that position. But it just doesn't work that way. It's rather the opposite, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So yes, I strongly agree with you, Mario. It's it's a great recommendation. So people, listen to Mario, yeah? So first, try.
Don't be like my daughter. Listen to me.
Yeah, we should do another episode on that.
Yes. Very long one.
Oh, yeah. But Mario, listen, it's been great. I really enjoyed our chat, which went from Bilbo Baggins to advice for getting out there and finding an international job. So it's not something you get every day. Come on.
Yes.
So absolutely. Thank you very much for being here with me.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And I should wish you good night, because Japan is quite late over there now. So
I mean, not too late, but still late. Yes.
Okay. And everyone, thank you very much for watching, for listening, for sticking around. And I've enjoyed this chat. And I hope you have enjoyed that too. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.